Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Silver version for Pokemon's 30th anniversary. And, yeah, it's back in the daytime now. And I still love this title screen. Daytime, 1:12 p.m. Player Clark. Okay, so since last time I came back through Azalea Town, as you can see by the Slowpoke well, because we've got all these trees to headbutt, and I don't know if this counts as being on the route yet, but we're going to headbutt all these trees all the same. We're looking for a particular Pokemon that you can only get by headbutting trees, and this is the closest route, supposedly, where you can find it. Supposed to be a 30% encounter chance from headbutting the trees. Apparently Spearows are also here. Spearow's gonna die. And I don't know if you can actually just headbutt the same tree over and over again, and you can't headbutt the large trees. You can only headbutt these, like, smaller trees that are... I don't know how big they're supposed to be. I mean, if those skinny trees that you gotta cut are supposed to be enough to completely block your path, then how big are these... What? What? Execute? This early in the game? What? I did not know. I did not know. Well. Gen 2 coming out swinging with these Kanto Pokemon. This is not what we were looking for. Well, hey. I guess we get an execute. Oh, unless we kill it. Okay, we're not gonna kill it. Good stuff. We'll probably run into another one. I wonder what the encounter rate for the execute is, because, like, I didn't even know it was a thing. Did not know it was a thing. Of course. Can't just catch you on the first ball, because they gotta make Pokemon harder to catch in this gen for whatever reason. Oh my god. Bro, you're fully paralyzed. Just take the L and get in the ball. Okay, we might have to switch. We might have to switch out and weaken it a little further with somebody else. Oh man, Hootie's fainted. Yeah. Well, never mind. We'll just keep throwing balls and hope for the best. Yay! A Pokemon we weren't intending to catch. Because I didn't know it was here. Execute. Egg. 1'4", 6 pounds. So there's 6 eggs, so each egg weighs 1 pound, even the broken one? Well, I guess, okay, the big one makes up for the broken one. Let's wait. Using telepathy, only they can receive. They always form a cluster of 6 execute. Okay. We will name him... Egg. I already used Egbert, so... Eggward, I guess? Huh? Like Edward, but you know, egg? Eggward? There we go. Not what I wanted at all, by the way. Not what we were looking for. Ah, a Weedle. Who I still believe should be a gold version. Also, to be honest, if I'd known we were going to be able to catch level 10 Weedles earlier, I would not have bothered catching one way earlier when I did. It's not going to matter much, but, you know, for future grinding, it might make a difference. You know, like when we want to evolve it to Beedrill to get the Pokedex entry. So I guess we can just, like, headbutt the same trees again. We don't have to worry about it. We just keep headbutting. And by the music, that means these trees are in Azalea Town and not on the route. So maybe we'll go over to those other two trees that are technically on the route to get after the Pokemon I'm after. Come on, you supposedly 30% chance motherfucker, get out of here. Another Spearow. I do not want Spearow. I already have one. Thank you very much. Although a level 10 one would be welcome. I mean, I haven't trained that level 2 one that's in my box at all. We'll headbutt the same tree again. Just like Jesus telling the apostles to fish on the same side again. We're going to do these two trees back and forth until we get what we're looking for. That is also not what I was looking for, but is also one we do not have. Okay, we'll just get to work with Cleopatra again. She's going to be our chief catching Pokemon because she can paralyze everything. Ipom. Oh, Headbutt might be too strong now. But Thunder Shock is what pays off of her biggest attack, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, that works. Broke free, come on now. We're gonna have to go to the Pokemon Center and also buy some more Pokeballs at this rate. What the? Bro. Let's see. Gomph is only level 12. I know he's probably got as high a physical attack as... But Tackle is weaker than Headbutt. Even with Stab, so... Ah, dang it. Well, whatever. We'll go to the Pokemon Center real quick, and also the Pokemon Mart, and just grab some healing. Later, there's some moves you can get that... I think there's some moves you can get that... Always, they can't make a Pokemon faint, they always leave it with at least 1 HP. And they're literally just catching moves. They're not for actually winning battles, they're for catching. And that's an interesting thing, but you can see of how painful they've made catching. Catching is actually kind of a challenge. And, you know, theoretically, if your luck is bad enough, you could just run completely out of money trying to fill up your Pokedex as soon as possible. Spearow must be like a 50% encounter or some shit. It's ridiculous. Get out of my face. Level 22. And because he's got the charcoal on, we're going to have to press the B button for him. But man, look at how fast our Cyndaquil is. 43 speed. Nope, nope. You don't get to evolve. Not yet. Not until level 42. Come on. This is not feeling like a 1/3 encounter rate for the thing we're looking for. What if we just keep headbutting the same tree over and over again? We get a Spearow again. How about that? As far as first stages go, I really like Spearow. I actually like Spearow better than its second stage, Fearow. I mean, Fearow does kind of have majestic wings, but I always thought its head crest was really stupid looking. Like, if you could remove the head crest from Fearow, or like sleek it back into like, I guess like slanted spikes instead of this like weird mohawk crown thing it's got going, I think it would look a lot cooler. But I think they initially tried to make any really strong Pokemon look either kind of ugly or like maniacal. Because like if Gengar is one of the strongest Pokemon of all time because he's ridiculously fast and has ridiculously high special attack. And can learn a lot of good moves. But, you know, he's got like this creepy, you know, big smile with like these devilish eyes. And even Haunter looks, you know, especially nutty. Even in Gen 1. And, maybe especially in Gen 1. And, you know, Alakazam has like an evil mustache, as does Kadabra. They have evil mustaches, and then you know, they're named after magic, which magic is traditionally a dark art. So they're evil. Oh, hello again, Ipom. You might think that's supposed to be said Apom, but AI is pronounced I, so it's Ipom. And I don't know for how many years people have been saying it wrong. But probably forever. There's also this weird thing where, you know, there's an anime that's localized, where the voice actors pronounce the different Pokemon names. And, when given direction on how to say it, their voice director didn't know either, so they just said it the way they were going to say it. And, bro, look at this thing, though. It's got a big hand on the end of its tail, but then look at its actual arms. They look like they end with cut-off hands. He's got a big hand on his tail, but he ain't got any actual hands. Alright, we're gonna weaken you down with Hootie. Oh, dang it. I got too many chords. I am, of course, playing this on my Nintendo PC. And my cord from my headset bumps my mouse. Or when the cat gets on the table and bumps my mouse, it makes the mouse appear. I have solved the mystery. Ipom, long tail, height 2'7", weight 25 pounds. It lives atop tall trees. When leaping from branch to branch, it deftly uses its tail for balance. Yeah, we'll name him Monkey. Monkey Sir. Monkey Sir was sent to Bill's BC. Okay, now whenever we see one of those, we'll just kill it. But I'm seriously wondering. We're not seeing the damn thing. Gonna have to check the routes here. Let's see. Route 33, Gen 2, Pokemon. No, I'm not interested in AI mode. Okay. So, standard walking. Oh yeah, there's another Pokemon we want to catch that's in the grass, so if we don't see the thing we're trying to headbutt for, we're gonna... Hey, wait a minute. Son of a bitch! I was lied to. We cannot get the Pokemon we're looking for here with Headbutt. Wait, what's the difference between Headbutt Special Trees and Headbutt the regular Headbutt listing? Also, yes, Spearow is the 50% encounter. So, wait, what's the difference in the Headbutts here? I am very confused. Headbutt trees in Gen 2 games have an interesting quirk where some trees will have good encounters and others will have bad encounters. The good encounters are the only trees that have Pokemon like Heracross and Pineco. Whether a tree is good or bad depends on the trainer ID and the position of the tree and is derived using the formulas described here. Doing these calculations by hand for every tree is a drag, so I made a little web tool that lets you see which trees will have which encounters. Okay, so... Wait, let's go look at ourselves. We're gonna use this handy-dandy tool somebody made to help ourselves catch what we're supposed to be catching. Route 33. And... Wait. We can use Headbutt on any tile? Like, what's the deal here? Look for the marked Headbutt trees on the map. Star will give rare encounters at 80% encounter rate. Circle will give normal encounters at 50% encounter rate. And unmarked will give normal encounters at 10% encounter rate. But wait, like, are you just headbutting the ground or something? Like... Well, what? I guess we're gonna find out. Never, try to use Headbutt without the, Can't use that here, okay. So then, what's the point of this? I don't understand this nonsense then, like... You can only headbutt the trees, so I don't get it. I do not understand. I do not understand the map that this person made. Like, you can't even walk in some of these tiles. What is this nonsense? I mean, one of the spots is on this particular tree, but, I don't know what that means, so... Whatever. We'll just keep headbutting this tree under the assumption that this person's thing is right, since it's got the dots. But I already think that this thing that this person made is wrong, because we ran into an IPOM in the other tree, I'm pretty sure. Ralph Fitcher? Okay. Your Goldine's looking awesome. You almost got a Bellsprout, but you're a Fisher. Okay, well. He's kind of served his purpose. We could probably delete him out of our phone since we've got a Quillfish. I didn't even know that was going to be his purpose, but we don't actually need him. This is some riveting gameplay. Could you at least show me the Pokemon I'm trying to catch, please? No? No? We've run into the 20% chance Pokemon like 4 times now, and the 50% chance Pokemon like 8 times now, and the 30% chance Pokemon we have not run into. So, like, what is the deal? Okay, we might have to just go to a different route then. There's other routes where we can find Heracross, and this might be a pressing reason to actually consider those, even though it means backtracking through Union Cave and like going back to the start of the game, because that's the routes for the Pokemon we're looking for are like all at the beginning and the end of Johto, and I don't really feel like waiting until the very end of Johto, so I don't know. This is some weirdness. Let's see. Let's try Route 32 and see what happens. Okay. For our trainer ID, I don't see any headbuttable trees that have the rare encounters. So, looks like we're not going to be able to get it on Route 32 either. So, what about Route 30? Oh, Route 30 looks like our best bet here. There's a tree that has the rare encounter marker according to this person's calculator. We're just assuming this person's calculator is correct. Found it on Reddit. Also, come to think of it, looking at Rattata, with that IPOM we just caught, IPOM basically looks like a deformed Rattata. He's got like a tail with a hand on it. Like it's like Rattata cut off his hands, fused them together into one giant hand, stuck it to the tail, and then was given an insane asylum patient's face. And in original Gen 2, IPOM doesn't evolve into anything. In later generations, they made it able to evolve into Ambipom, and it looks even stupider in its evolved form. But hey, you know, whatever, right? I mean, right now it is kind of like a charming little monkey. A little bit of some freakish qualities to it. And you would think that would make it really strong, but nah, it's not. So we're skipping those headbutt trees because apparently they don't have anything for us. And we're just gonna go straight back to Route 30. Which is the route between Cherry Grove City and Violet City. Traveling could be so tedious in the Pokemon world. I'd run from the encounters, but I like XP. Oh hey! This is what we were looking for the other day. Hop it. Backtracking has its benefits. Alright, and it's doing that move Synthesis, which lets it heal. So I don't know how much we'll be able to knock it down for catching purposes, if it can just heal. We might just have to start throwing balls with it paralyzed. Makes it kind of an annoying catch. But it's also a daytime-only Pokemon, and daytime and morning, so... Yay, we got it. Awesome. Hoppip, cottonweed, height 1'4", weight 1 pound. Its body is so light it must grip the ground firmly with its feet to keep from being blown away. We will name it Blue Wind, after one of my friends. Although he's a guy, but guys play girls in video games all the time. Oh, we're getting called from Bill? Hi, Clark, it's me, Bill. Thanks for using my storage system. That last Pokemon you sent filled your box up. You'll have to switch boxes if you want to catch more Pokemon. Bye now. How about that? How courteous. The game actually has an interaction for if you fill up the Pokemon box for the very first time. So, that's neat. And that Hoppip, by the way, is actually one of the Pokemon we want to have in our team long term. So, it's not like the best Pokemon in the world or anything, but its typing is Grass Flying, and a lot of moves it learns can be quite helpful for catching Pokemon, and even for battling. It's a strange Staller, so goodbye, Hootie. Oh, right. Oh, I gotta switch boxes, huh? Oh, this is kind of a tedious process. But here you go, Hootie. You go in the box. And now we gotta switch back to box 1. So that we can get Blue Wind. Let's look at the stats of this IPOM, shall we? Okay, its stats actually aren't completely terrible for level 10. But I don't think they're actually going to grow in a good way. Plus, it's only a normal type. That's kind of eh. Eggward is Grass Psychic. And is pretty defensive. Of course, evolves into Exeggutor. Yeah, Ghastly starts with Hypnosis and Lick in this game. And, takes quite a while to get up to speed without TMs, to be honest. Bad starter, good late game, basically. Okay, we'll just... Okay, we'll go ahead and start training Blue Wind here with Swap Grinds, because it doesn't have any attacking moves for a while. I think it's the second Pokemon ever as well to learn Splash. So that's a whole thing. Oh hey, we can just cut through this bush now. Makes going back home easier. And here we are. I believe this is the tree. Let me look at that tool again. This is it. This is the tree. First try. Okay, I believe you, Redditor. I believe in your thingy. This is the Pokemon we want. Oh god. Oh, whoops. Oh, that's not. Oh, that was not a good move. That was not a good move. I'm stupid. Oh wow. Okay. Well, supposedly this tree. Oh, 2 levels? 2 levels. Nice. But Heracross, yeah, that's what we want. And it's a single standard form. And supposedly this tree will give us rare encounters at an 80% encounter rate. And he's considered a rare encounter, even though he's supposedly, according to the cellular table, he's supposed to be a 30% encounter from any bush or thing that we can headbutt. Now, interestingly, Hoppip is another Pokemon that, like Cyndaquil, we don't really want to evolve as quickly as possible because we want it to learn its good moves sooner. It'll learn about half the moves we care about it having before it's even able to evolve at its normal evolution levels. But we might be better off just letting it evolve later. Come on, Spearow, you're not a rare encounter. Get out of my house. Come on. I can't believe I killed that Heracross with Ember. I don't know why I zoned out. How annoying. I must need to finish my coffee. Okay, coffee finished. Also, man, I hope there's not, like, something stupid, like 1 Heracross per, like, special bush or something. Because with our current trainer ID, I'm not seeing another bush on this route. But I guess we could... There are other routes to choose from, so... let's see... On Route 29, there's another tree. There's 2 other trees. Okay. 3 other trees. So, Route 29, if we can't get it out of this same tree, Route 29 may be our best bet. Man, we're already half an hour deep. We're still trying to get the same Pokemon we were trying to get at the start of the episode. You better not be another fucking Spearow. Oh my god, dude. The very first one was Heracross, and now it's just all Spearows. What is this nonsense? No wonder I've never caught one of these things. Well, I won't say never. I think in the remake, or in a later gen, one of the later gen games, Heracross is available in a much easier method to catch. And I know I've had one before, because I remember thinking he was amazing, and then I got to, I think it was a flying gym in one of the 3D Pokemon games, and he got hit with Brave Bird, and Brave Bird is this later generation flying move that has 120 power, 100 accuracy, and its only drawback is it lowers, I think, all of the attack and defense stats of the Pokemon that used it. So it's this really strong flying move. Or maybe it's intense recoil damage. I think it might be intense recoil damage. Yeah. It's like, I think you take 1/3 or 1/4 of the damage you deal. Either way, Heracross is bug/fighting and takes quadruple damage from flying Pokemon. And as such, is this really interesting type combo with really good moveset. But yeah, he cannot fight birds. Aw, sweet. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome to the max. Alright, let's switch over to Cleo here. Be careful about this. Good stuff, good stuff. Fled? What? What? No! What? Why would it? Why would it flee? Dude, what? What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god, how long is it gonna take to get one of these things? I might have to just relegate to getting this off screen. This is ridiculous. Now I'm burping. I'm sorry, dear viewer. I don't mean to be disgusting, I just am. It's because I drank that coffee. Oh my god. Well, let's see. Heracross ran away. No, that's the wrong gen. Who win? We're into tackle. Oh hey, cool. Our Hop Pip can now contribute. Okay, another Heracross, another Heracross. Okay. I'm scared that he's just gonna run away, like... Is this a Pokemon I'm gonna have to, like, literally throw a gajillion balls at like, full HP? Why did it run away? Like, I don't understand, you know? I killed the first one, the second one ran away. Well, at least I don't have to worry about killing it. Okay. And, well, to be honest, I kind of don't want a female one. Nothing against girls, but it's a big horn Pokemon, and that is a giant phallic symbol. It's gotta be a dude. Come on. Come on. We can't let it just be that easy. We gotta complain about this a few more times. We have to be... We now have to be eccentric about it. Plus, it's more training for Hoppip. Call me sexist. Call me racist. Call me a homophobe. I accept your hatred. You need hatred to keep you alive. I'm just glad we don't have to go back all the way to the starting area, although there are way more rare trees that way for our trainer ID. And I guess their actual intention with randomizing the bushes is just to have you headbutt every single bush in the game and really, really, really stop to smell the roses. I've never looked into how the magnitude move works. Obviously, I think it ranges from magnitude 5 up to 10, and the animation changes slightly the higher the magnitude, as far as I remember. And magnitude 10, I believe, is as strong as Earthquake, so 100 power. But I wonder if the lower magnitudes are like, just, you know, times 10 as a reference to the... But I guess we could look it up and stop speculating. Okay. Magnitude is a unique attack. There are a few Pokemon that are capable of learning it. The attack itself is unique. It's a physical ground type move with 100 accuracy. When the attack is used, the screen will come up with a number saying the magnitude of the attack. The number varies from 4 up to 10 with random charges. This number determines the base power of the attack based upon the damage as follows. Magnitude 4 has a base power of 10. Magnitude 5 has a base power of 30. Magnitude 6 has a base power of 50. Magnitude 7 has a base power of 70. 8 has a base power of 90. 9 has a base power of 110. And 10 has a base power of 150. Huh. I wonder what the math says on its average damage per turn then. It's got a 5% damage chance to be weak as hell, but it's also got a 5% chance to be strong as hell. Okay. So far so good, so far so good. It's making us bleed, making us bleed. Slowing in our defense. What a good chap, what a good chum. Alright. We can finally throw a Pokeball at this thing. As it kills us. Come on. Come on. Damn it. No, Cleopatra. Yeah, let's go back to, well, actually, we'll make Sentry hit it. Because, he's weak. Yeah, make the HP red. Surely that will increase our chances. No! No! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, okay. This is gonna be annoying. Now I almost want to get it on camera though, because like, it's being such a pain in the ass. Might have to just accept taking a female Heracross too, just to get one. Now you might think, well, maybe if you had a sleeping move or something to make it, you know, unable to run away, but as it turns out, even if a Pokemon gets put to sleep, they can still run away somehow. Doesn't make any sense, but it's the way the game works. And I assume it's because they base what wild Pokemon can do off of what you as the trainer can do. So they don't have any items, so that's not an option for them. They don't have a Pokemon team list because they're not a trainer battle. So they can fight or run. Okay. Let's see how much tackle from our Hoppip does. Just a little bit. Okay. Don't you dare run away from me, you slut! Yeah, keep horn attacking me. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Stay in the fight. And we'll switch back to Sentry again. Oh, and Sentry is dead. But our Hoppip was equally as weak, so hopefully he can get the job done. Or she can get the job done, rather. Okay. No! God dang it! Anthony Hiker. Clark, howdy. It's me, Anthony. Isn't it nice out? My Geodude's looking awesome. Oh. Okay. Well, that wasn't for a rematch, my guy, so that's irritating. I wonder what the run chance on Heracross is. Because I am... I'm irritated. Let's see. Okay, it says a 10% chance to run away. Apparently, even at full health, it has a catch rate of 45, which is about a 12% chance to be caught even at full health. Okay. So every turn, there's a 1 in 10 chance it'll just run away. That is ass. But I don't want to fight an Apom. I want Heracross. And I want Heracross to not run away, and to be a boy, and to get in my Pokeball. Now, there are some moves, though, that they introduced in Gen 2 that prevent Pokemon from running away. And those moves, one's Mean Look, and Ghastly can actually learn that at some point. And he's a really good Pokemon to use to prevent other Pokemon from fleeing, because he's super fast and he can get the Mean Look out right away. But the problem with Mean Look is that, and I don't think it tells you this, but it's the fact that in order for it to continue working, you can't swap out. So if you were to use Ghastly to do that, you would have to also have the damage and the status ailment moves on the Ghastly to give yourself the best chance at catching anything. And obviously we have not trained our Ghastly to get Mean Look. I don't know what level he learns it at, but that might be the way we have to go to get this damn Heracross. But I guess I could look that up too. Let's see. Ghastly. Magnitude. Magnitude 6. It missed somehow, even though it's an earthquake, basically. Let's see. Oh, Ghastly learns Mean Look at level 13, so we could just bring our Ghastly out here and start grinding it just for the specific purpose of getting Mean Look. So that Heracross can't run away. And then because Heracross isn't a ghost, or yeah, isn't normal type, Ghastly comes with Hypnosis and Lick. So Ghastly, as long as you don't change its initial moveset, it's actually a really good catching Pokemon. And like, I don't want to use it on my team long term, but hey, if we're gonna run into stuff that has a chance to run away. Well, the other nice thing about that is the wild Heracrosses don't seem to have they don't seem to have any bug or type moves, and if they had any fighting type moves, those wouldn't affect Ghost either. So this is kind of perfect, actually. We're gonna go grab our Ghastly. We're gonna go deposit Pokemon in the box, then grab the Ghastly out. And we'll try our luck. Like, basically, if we run into Heracross again, we're not gonna just lob balls because we have limited money. We'll try to catch it the standard way, though. We'll switch over to our Flaffy, we'll paralyze it, we'll weaken it, and then we'll throw balls. And if that works, great. But if it doesn't, we're just gonna get Ghastly up to 13, basically, doing this. Kind of like how we've been training in Hoppip. And it might take a while, but that's what we're gonna do. That's gonna be our plan of action. Best of all, though, is if we, let's see, who will we deposit? Well, we don't really need Gomp right now, or really anymore at all. So, we might grab Gomp back after we get this Heracross, though. Oh, I love the Violet City theme. But we've got Heracrosses to catch. Or to try to catch, anyway. I imagine this would have taken me forever anyway, even if I didn't look up that thingy. Because either I would have been back on that other route, not knowing that Heracross was never going to show up. Or I would have eventually said, okay, maybe, this is wrong, go back to the previous routes, and then just start headbutting every tree. And then eventually I would have lucked out. I would have found every single headbuttable tree, I would have headbutted every single headbuttable tree back and forth a gajillion times. And would have eventually seen a Heracross. And then I would have been even more devastated when it ran away. Oh no! No, he's not. Like I said, he's not allowed to evolve until level 42. Give us the Heracross. Come on, Heracross. Come on, damn it. This thing is the original troll face. You're not looking for Ipom, you're looking for Heracross. And they just put Ipom in the tree To be like, hi, I'm also not a Heracross. Dang, Ghastly's special attack is already ridiculously high. Gonna look up catch rates now. 'Cause I've gotta know. Oh, someone made a catch rate calculator. Okay. Okay. Wild. Okay, let's say that it has 33% of its HP left. Whoa. Okay, what if it was asleep? Wild. That's actually ass. Apparently... So, hold on. I want to see what happens if it's at 100 and it's not asleep. According to this calculator... Okay, yeah, we do want to lower its HP, and that other Google report was wrong. But it seems like if we knock Heracross down to 1/3 HP or less and put it to sleep, we'll have about an 18% chance to catch it with a Pokeball. So this is going to be an ordeal. And this damn troll face Apom! Ipom! Mopia! Getting on my nerves. Oh, that's only 10 power. That's not gonna kill him, Geodude. Come on. I think the first time I ever used Magnitude, it was Magnitude 9. And ever since then, I've always thought of it as a really good move. And to be honest, it is actually a really good move. It's like Timu Earthquake, basically. With the possibility of being high-quality Earthquake. Oh, Spite's an interesting move. Spite lowers the PP of one of Pokemon's moves. I think the move it just did. And so you can actually, with Spite, you can actually force someone to run out of PP faster. Of course, if they know you're doing that, and it's like, say, competitive Pokemon, then they'll just use a move to try to kill you. So, like, it's an all or nothing thing, and Ghastly is not a very defensive Pokemon, so, like, Spite would be one of those things in competitive that you would use if it was like either your last move left, you figured that the enemy Pokemon couldn't hurt your Gengar, or couldn't hurt them enough, or just really had a move that you wanted to take the PP away from. Or, you know, it's you know, your last resort, you've come down to the 1287 turn match sort of thing, and you've gotta get rid of that guy's PP so that he has to start dying instead of swapping, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know nothing about competitive Pokemon. I just read about it occasionally and go, man, that sounds like a world I don't really want to enter. Like, I'm sure it's fun on some level. Like, you know, you're proving you're a really good at the Pokemon games. But at the same time, some of the strategies, they're not really innovative. They're just literally who has the most patience and who slips up first. Not, you know, not like... not really interesting to see, right? Like, the 1287 turn match was hundreds and hundreds of turns of just both trainers being like, oh, that Pokemon's a bad match for my current Pokemon, I'll swap. And then the other guy going, well, I don't know what he was going to do, but that Pokemon was a bad, you know, encounter for my current one, so I'll swap into the one that's a good encounter. And doing this over and over and over again until one of them got brave enough to attack, and then the guy who was brave enough to actually attack is actually just punished for it because his attack does nothing because, you know, the guy who's getting attacked, he's got leftovers and other healing moves, and so things like poison or burn don't matter, and the little bit of attack damage that got done also doesn't matter, and they go back to swapping in and out, in and out, in and out for, you know, another 100 turns. It is mind-numbingly boring and stupid. And ultimately, not really, again, not really a showcase of skill, just a showcase of who's more patient and who is unwilling to admit that their team is not as good as the team they're facing, or is a bad matchup overall for the team that they're facing, right? Not to mention, of course, this is exacerbated by the fact that in that particular match, both teams were set up to have, like, I think 5 out of 6 of the Pokemon on each team, if not 6 of 6. Oh, sweet! Double sweet! Okay, go to sleep, bitch. Okay. Now you're asleep. And how much... what's the catch rate jump to if he's just asleep and at full health? Okay. We definitely still want to weaken it, because... that's a 10% chance. We want to get up to that 18% chance, if we can. Please, God. Let us get this hair across. No! Don't wake up. Don't do that. You're a slut. Okay, if we switch to put it back to sleep for a slightly better catch rate than paralysis, there's 2 more roll chances of it just running away, so we're just going to paralyze it and hope that it doesn't run. Okay, fully paralyzed, fully paralyzed. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, 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 okay. Come on, 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 come on. No! Yes, yes, leer me all you want. Leer me harder, daddy. Just get in the fucking Pokeball. Give me the hair. Damn it! Yes, tackle me harder. According to this, we have a 95% chance to catch this thing within 6 or 7 balls by the mathematical probability. Damn it! What if we just use the lure ball? Yes! Oh my god, yes! Finally, Jesus! Oh my god. Okay. Amazing. Heracross, single horn. Height, 4'11". Weight, 119 pounds. This is the biggest Pokemon that we have caught. Usually docile, but if disturbed while sipping honey, it chases off the intruder with its horn. So this guy was having breakfast, and we said, you're not allowed to have breakfast. And, of course, his name is a play on Heracles, you know, Hercules. Because he's based off of the Hercules beetle. That is a beetle in Japan. So we're just going to name him Hercules. And send him to Bill's PC. Oh, hey, every time we fill up the box, Bill calls us. How about that? That is very, very nice. But wow, it took us over an hour to catch Heracross. And I guess if we had used this person's calculator for finding which bush he could be in, we would have done it maybe, what, like 20 minutes sooner or something? But either way, it's like no less than a 45-minute affair unless you just luck out. It's fucking wild. And we would continue training the Ghastly, but I don't think we're going to need that for a while. I could be wrong. Oh, right, we got to switch boxes first. And, okay, so... Okay. Hercules. Let's look at him. 36 HP, bug fighting. He's got tackle, leer, and horn attack. 32 attack power already. Pretty nice stats. But of course, he doesn't evolve, so he's basically a fully evolved guy. But yeah, he actually has really good stats. Except for his weakest thing is his special attack. And that makes sense, because bug and fighting are both physical types. But yeah, he's amazing. So, yeah. And, that's pretty cool, So, yeah, we're gonna solve this Bill calling us every single time we catch something issue by next Pokemon we catch. We're not gonna withdraw it, because hopefully it's not gonna be something we want in our party. And, let's see, I guess while we're traveling back to actual progress through the game's routes and story and the Gym League challenge, we'll just put Cyndaquil back in the lead, because he needs all the XP we can get. And, he'll wipe out any Pokemon we encounter. And if it's somehow something we haven't caught yet, which I'm pretty sure we've caught everything we could catch up to this point, since we've, you know, backtracked twice now to catch stuff. We'll just, you know, swap over to Cleopatra and get it on like Donkey Kong with Thunder Wave. But yeah, catch chance is really shitty in this generation. But I assume that's with regular Pokeballs. I wonder what it would have been if we'd waited a little bit longer and started going at it with Great Balls. Let's see, if we'd gone at it with Great Balls and gotten it down to 19% HP, it would only be a 23.5% chance. Crazy. So, did they fix Ultra Balls this generation then? Yeah, they did. Okay. So later in the game, Ultra Balls are actually going to be the bee's knees. What if we went with one of the specialty balls from Kirk? If we'd gone through the specialty balls with Kirk, we could have gotten as high as a 36 to 38% chance with something called the level ball. But wow, that's still like a pretty good chance of having to use at least 3 balls. Like, man, catch rates. Catching is the challenge in Gen 2. So not only do you have a harder time catching each individual Pokemon, but now you have to get 250 Pokemon instead of 150 Pokemon. I guess we missed that on our first time through. Hey, a Wild Onyx, how about that? I guess if we didn't make that trade with that Bellsprout, we would be in this cave trying to get one of these. Just for Pokedex completion, of course. Although we're not actually going to complete the Pokedex, we're just going to get as close as we possibly can before we have to start doing ridiculous things like trading and other ridiculous things like breeding and even more ridiculous things like trading for a Pokemon we already had before. It's kind of ridiculous. Gen 2 is possibly asking us to slow down even further than just stopping to smell the flowers. It is actually doing something that was really common for game developers to want in the mid-late 90s and early 2000s. And the thing that a lot of game developers wanted in the late 90s and early 2000s was for their game worlds to be an immersive experience. Because you see, in the late 90s, the very first multiplayer, massive multiplayer online role-playing games came out, like EverQuest and such. And in the very early 2000s, Final Fantasy XI. And let's see, it's a new day, right? Maybe? Kind of? No? Oh, is he like out at the well or something? Oh no, he's over here. He's at his work. He's got a workbench. No, he's working. Don't bother him. So he's painstakingly making a ball for catching Pokemon from an apricorn. Makes you wonder who the first person in the Pokemon world was to make a Pokeball of any kind, and then successfully use it to actually catch one of the damn things. And did he weaken it by punching it himself? I'd like to see that. But honestly, they don't often think about that sort of thing when it comes to Pokemon. They've taken Pokemon and oh yeah, there was another Pokemon we wanted to catch from trees. So like, let's go back to that calculator and go to Elix Forest. And then we can just find which trees would be good for us to catch. And there's one right over here that has the rare tile for our thingy. Whoa, whoa, whoa! A straight up wild Beedrill? I mean, I'm not going to complain because, I guess we could just catch Kakuna and whatever. But yeah, this would save us time later too, so let's go ahead and get it, why not? Although, wait, if we get it now, If we get it now, we won't be able to catch the one that we're gonna catch that's gonna fill up our box, because we'll have to go to a Pokemon Center, switch the box. So, let's just kill it and move on with our lives. Apparently, Beedrill itself, though, is a 5% encounter chance. Wild. Oh man, Crystal can get both Butterfree and Beedrill? That's not fair. Well, I'll console myself with the fact that Crystal can't have a Cleopatra. But wow, yeah, I think this is the first game where you can encounter just wild Beedrills. This is what we're looking for, though. Pineco. And, interestingly, even though he looks like a pine cone, he is actually considered a bug-type Pokemon. And, I don't want him for my team at all, because he has an interesting typing. He's bug right now, but his evolved form actually becomes... Oh, he's got the Protect. That's new. That's a Gen 2 original, huh? It stops all incoming damage. That's cool. Or incoming anything, I guess. Now, the interesting thing about Pineco is that even though it also comes out of rare headbutt bushes, they're rare headbutt trees, rather, it is one I actually have caught before in the past. It is the Pokemon I associate with Headbutt. So... Don't kill it. Yay! No! God damn it. Wow, okay, the Heracross can run away, Pinecone can just blow up. Oh my god. Oh, hey, look, we would have run into Execute, too, in Helix Forest. How about that? But yeah, Execute, or not Execute, Pineco is also supposedly a 30% encounter rate out of the rare bushes, as it turns out. The rare bushes. Whereas Beedrill and Kakuna and Execute can all be found out of the regular bushes. So, that's cool, I guess. But I guess we could name this episode, Hardhead, because we're being hard-headed about actually catching all these on screen. Don't you dare blow up on me, you son of a bitch. Okay, you daughter of a bitch. Let's see. We don't have the means to... status ailment, so I guess we'll just lower its HP and hope for the best. And hope that it doesn't get mad at us and blow up. For a wild Pokemon, though, this thing's got a lot of moves. It's got Tackle, Protect, Self-Destruct, and I think one other thing. I think it's already got 4 moves. So that's it. No! God dang it. And see, there's no answer to that, right? There's no answer to self-destruct. Like, I mean, I guess we could use Ghastly's Spite and hope that it doesn't use self-destruct long enough that when we get it with Spite, maybe if we can attack won't kill it? Question mark? Okay, okay. No! Jesus! This thing is dangerous. Yeah, I guess we could use Ghastly's Spite to try and run the PP of Self-Destruct out. But the problem is I think Self-Destruct has 10 PP. And Spite, like, I don't know, I think there's a condition to Spite. Oh, okay, never mind, we can't use Spite because it only lowers the PP of the last move used by the target. So, never mind about anything I said about Spite. Apparently it's a very active move for active battling. Also, let's see, it's not the best context to use it in, but if another Pineco self-destructs on Cyndaquil, he'll probably die, so, unless he's healed, so. Man, though, you can have a very wide and varied experience with Gen 2, because, like, imagine you get Gen 2 and you get Headbutt, and then you headbutt the bushes, and you see a wild Pokemon, right? Like Pineco or Beedrill or something, or Execute, and you're like, dude, I can get rare Pokemon out of all the trees. And you go around headbutting all the trees, or you sit down and you headbutt, you know, the same tree over and over like this, and somehow don't get tired of it. And then you're like, wait, I saw these trees earlier in the game, and you go back and you're headbutting all the trees. And you know, actually, I guess if we were to sleep Pineco, he wouldn't be able to blow up while he's asleep because he wouldn't be able to act. That's probably the play. That's definitely the play. Okay, you know what? You've seen the Pokemon that I want you to see. We're gonna move along. We're gonna move along. We'll get Pinecone next time. Maybe. This is where he does his training. You know, how strong could this trainer possibly be? He's got 4 Pokemon. He's got a Rattata. It's level 7. He is weaker than our Team Rocket Grunt. Not by much, but he is weaker than a Team Rocket Grunt. But he's really not much of a trainer. Ooh, a Sandshrew. That could be dangerous. Oh, it looks like a Sandshrew that has it's in like a Kung Fu pose. And it's level 10, so never mind, this kid's better than a Team Rocket Grunt. But it doesn't matter before our almighty Cyndaquil. But Cyndaquil is kind of a high enough level for now, so let's use our other guys some, eh? You're on the right track, though, kid. You've got almost a whole team. You've had 3 different types so far. Ah. Well, at least you've almost got a full team. You just need to catch yourself some other stuff. And maybe replace one of the Spearows with something else. Youngster Samuel. No. I'm going to train even harder. After all, I'm trying to become a gym leader. Oh, he's not trying to become the champion. He's just trying to become a gym leader. Well, in that case, just go to Violet City and tell Falconer to take a hike. Oh, you know what? Actually, we need to swap grind our Hoppip. I just got my Pokemon back from daycare. Let's see how much stronger it got. Well, I hope you've been walking around, fat guy, because that's the only way it goes up. Oh, look, he's got a kid. He's a Poke-fan. Poke-fan Brandon. He's got a new Pokemon called Snubbull. Look like a little girl got fused with a bulldog in like some sort of full Metal Alchemist situation. Okay, we'll lower its defense. Oh no, our speed. That's like our one good thing. Oh no, we're getting bitten. It's okay though. We'll plan for that. Charm? That lowers our attack, but I'm lowering your defense. Don't negate my hard work, you jerk. That's okay though. Here's what we'll do. We'll turn lemons into lemonade. Tail whip it one more time. And then we'll just swap. Then our attack stays the same, while his defense has no choice but to be low. Oh man, Haircross looks cool from behind. It's almost like Hercules beetles are actually kind of an example of a cool bug. And that was pretty cool. Oh, damn, Pokefans have he's loaded. Uh-huh. A tough Rattata? Dude, you use rock Pokemon. That's it. That's it. I'm sorry, Hiker Anthony. I thought you were going to call me for rematches, but you've annoyed me for the last time. Out of my phone. My Pokemon knew moves I didn't know it had. That confounded me to no end. I'm the best in my class at Pokemon. Okay, so are you a youngster? You are. They have not come up with a school kid yet. Oh, he's got a Mankey. I am jealous. We can't get that in Silver version. You slut. How dare you show me one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Ugh. Ugh. Now I wish I was playing Gold version. Yes, Mankey and Primeape alone almost made me play Gold version over Silver version, even though Silver version is my... Ooh, Poison Powder. That'll make a good replacement for Splash. It's not ideal, but you know. Diglett, huh? Yeah. We'll continue to swap training our Hoppip, because we can. Look, another old favorite. He looks bigger in this generation. Almost like he's standing on top of a mountain. Almost like he is a mountain. Can we just use Synthesis and bring back all our HP? Almost. Oh, come on. Poison the damn Diglett. There we go. Look, the powder move actually looks like powder in this gen. Yeah, get tail whipped. Ow, jerk. Diglett's still as fast as ever. No, stop lowering my attack. I'm lowering your defense. Alright, I think our Hoppip is about to win its first battle. Won its first battle by itself versus a Diglett. Aw, yeah. No, there are better trainers. That's right, they're better trainers. The star of my class, huh? Okay. Huh. Are you a trainer? Let's have a practice battle. I'm a Valley Girl, Japan. I'm just kidding. I'm Picnicker Gina. Oh, an enemy Hoppip. Well, clearly our Hoppip is better. Haha, you still have Splash. You're stinky cheese. Oh yeah. Look at how good Hoppip is as a Pokemon. It can heal itself, it can poison the enemy, it can lower the enemy's defense, and of course, it can brute strength. Yeah. I mean, no. It's okay, you can only do that 5 times. I know, because I am also a Hoppip. A battle between stallers. It takes forever. Oh, you should have used Synthesis, enemy Hoppip. You foolish fool. Now you are toast. Yay! Another Hoppip? Must we prove our constant Hoppip supremacy? Also level 9. At least it's a good time to listen to the trainer battle theme. One Synthesis. I think 3 Tail Whips ought to be enough to overcome its Synthesis heal. Yeah, splash all over me. Foolish fool. Oh yeah, critical hit. Our Hoppip wins again, proving our Hoppip dominance. Ooh, Bulbasaur. That's immune to poison. Let's just go ahead and have Cyndaquil fight the Bulbasaur, and then realize, upon looking at the Bulbasaur and the Cyndaquil in the same battle, that they took the design aspects of Generation 1 Pokemon and applied them to the starters for Gen 2 while shifting the idea. Okay, so Bulbasaur is a Grass-type Pokemon that has the grass on its back. Cyndaquil is a Fire-type Pokemon that has the fire on its back. Charmander is an orange fire lizard. Totodile is a blue water lizard. Chikorita is a smooth grass thing, and Squirtle is a blue turtle. They both... Squirtle's tail comes out of its butt, and Chikorita's tail comes out of its head. I guess it falls apart right there. I don't know. Whatever. But point is, if you got a Bulbasaur and a Cyndaquil in the same room, they're like cousins, but different types. That's right, you can't win. Although you had the best team so far on this route. Oh, you say you'll phone me for another battle, but will you really, Gino? Will you really? And here we are. The daycare. I'm the daycare man. Do you know about eggs? I was raising Pokemon with my wife, you see. We were shocked to find an egg. How incredible is that? So want me to raise a Pokemon? No. Come again. I'm the daycare lady. You know about eggs? My husband and I were raising some Pokemon, you see. We were shocked to find an egg. How incredible could that be? Should I raise? No. Okay, well, new to Gen 2 is this daycare. And you can leave a Pokemon with the old man and a Pokemon with the old lady. And if they have compatible egg types, they will breed. And you'll get a Pokemon egg. And it will be either a baby Pokemon of a new Pokemon type, or it will be, I think it's the father? I don't know, it might be the mother. Either way, you'll get a baby Pokemon, and it'll know moves from one or both of the parents, depending on whether it can learn moves that they have. And that could be the only way for certain Pokemon to learn some moves. And, it's actually quite an extensive system. And hey, look, a Psyduck! We never saw one of those in Gen 1. It's level 14. And now it is poisoned. Hey, that's my strat. But you see, Psyduck, unlike my rival Hoppips, you do not have synthesis. So you're even more at odds with being poisoned and beat up upon. I'm actually surprised that the Psyduck is faster than Hoppip. Hoppip is a pretty fast Pokemon line. Especially as far as grass Pokemon go. Disable, huh? No, my tackle! Well, good thing you're still poisoned. I'll just tail whip you again. And you'll die from the poison. Take that! Woo! I didn't do a good enough job? No, you didn't. You're pretty tough. Could I get your phone number? I'll call you for a rematch. Sure, why not? Oh, new city. The radio tower in Goldenrod City is a landmark. They're running a promotional campaign right now. They'll modify your Pokegear so it can serve as a radio. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, look, it's a giant mart. The last time we saw a mart this big was in Celadon City. Welcome to Goldenrod Department Store. The department store has decent selections, but some items are only available as Game Corner prizes. Oh, it tells you what everything is. Okay, so we'd be most interested in the 5th floor, I believe. But we might as well check out their usual selection. Okay, they got Super Potions, Awakenings, and Ice Heals. Oh, we can already buy Great Balls, but of course we don't have a lot of money. Let's see if we can sell anything. If there's anything we don't care about having that we could just sell. Okay, I've never really cared for the one-time use stat increases. If I'm gonna get stat increases in battle, I want it to be from my Pokemon's own moveset. because it just seems like a waste of money. I wonder how much the lure ball sells for. Not a lot. Okay, so we're not going to sell it. Huh. Well, we won't sell any of that either. Guess we're just going to have to admit that we're a poor boy. Can store 10 phone numbers. It's hard to decide which ones to keep. So you have an NPC. I got my Abra at the game corner. Now it's my best partner. Okay. Selection here is unmatched anywhere else. Lots of Pokemon merchandise. Okay. I'm really impatient. I use XP in battle to speed up my Pokemon. Oh, and this only sells those. And you might have seen that dire hit item. That raises your Pokemon's critical hit ratio. And it's probably the only usable item in battle that is actually worth a damn. Because the only other way to get that is focus energy. And... oh, hey, look, we got drugs. Oh, calcium just raises 2 stats now. So, calcium is actually the most bang for your buck now. How about that? Uh-huh. I'd feed him that too if I could afford it, but I'm a poor boy. We spent a lot of money trying to fill out our Pokedex. Oh, he tells us all the trade evolutions from Gen 1. Which, by the time these games came out, was common knowledge. Okay. Oh yeah, new to Gen 2 is the mystery gift. Oh, no, I don't have a Drowsy. A lady comes to check out Pokemon. She even gives away TMs. Okay, so on Sunday, some lady will look at our Pokemon and just... okay, interesting. Okay, so the TM store here in Goldenrod sells TMs, and in Gen 2, they now tell you what the TM does before you buy it. And basically, we already had TM02, that's Headbutt. So we can just buy Headbutt infinitely. But also, all these other TMs, it looks like Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and Ice Punch. And these are all really good moves. They're 75 base power, and learnable by lots... oh, I didn't mean to buy that. Whoops. They're learnable by lots of Pokemon. Ice Punch in particular has some pretty heavy meta implications for later as far as battling strength goes, but none of our Pokemon can currently learn it. And I really did not mean to buy it. Do you listen to Lucky Channel? If you want to win, trade Pokemon with as many people as possible to get different ID numbers. If you're tired, try the vending machine's drinks. Your Pokemon will love them too. So now, just like in Gen 1, we have access to drinks. And I believe they heal the same amount as they did in Gen 1. And therefore, we have access to healing items that are more powerful than Super Potions. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, keep the Goldenrod department store in your mind, because it is going to be somewhere we return several times. Just so we can teach Pokemon those punch moves. Those punch moves are absolutely some of the best moves in all of Gen 2. Really, they were good in Gen 1 too. It's just in Gen 1, I think only Hitmonchan could learn them. Because there were no TMs for them in Gen 1. Oh wait, what did this guy say? I wonder how many kinds of Pokemon there are in the world. 3 years ago, Professor Oak said that there were 150 different kinds. But clearly there are more, and Professor Oak doesn't know everything. She doesn't think there's a single Pokemon that's the toughest, but she is wrong, because Mewtwo exists. Okay, let's see. Or did exist before we killed him in Gen 1. Oh, Game Corner. Game Corner, that's cool, that's cool. Festive City of Opulent Charm. Okay, okay. Like they got a railroad track or something. Ah, and here's the gym. Leader Whitney. The incredibly pretty girl. Okay, it's a gym run by a lady. Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to rename any of my Pokemon because I'm good at nicknaming. Whoa, that tower looks neat. What do you have to say? Is that man in black dressed up like a Team Rocket member? How silly. Oh, yeah, sure enough. Team Rocket. So this is the radio tower. What do you want, you pest? Scram. Oh, Todd Camper's calling already. Okay. Yeah, but this isn't a rematch either. Look, Todd, if you call me 2 more times and it's not a rematch, I'm deleting you out of the phone. Welcome. Hi, are you here for the Lucky Numbers show? Want me to check the ID numbers of your Pokemon? If you get lucky, you win a prize. This week's ID number is 43034. And we don't have any trade Pokemon, and ours is like 43934, so... What? What? The last 2 numbers. Oh! Oh! I didn't know. I thought you had to match the number completely. Well, that's nice. We'll save that PP up for later. Quiz campaign. Answer 5 questions correctly to win a radio card. Okay. Yeah, sure. Question 1. Can the town map be displayed on a Pokegear? Yes. Question 2. Can Nidorina be female only? Yes. Bullseye. Question 3. Does Kurt, the Pokeball craftsman, use Apricorn? Well, that's Apricorn with a K, so no. Magikarp won't learn any TM move. Yes. Final question. Professor Oak's Pokemon Talk is a very popular program. Is Mary the co-host of the show? Was it Mary? I think so. Oh. Darn it. Well, you're just gonna let me take the same exact quiz again, right? Yes. Yes. No. Yay! We got the radio card! I don't know how we're supposed to make it tune. Oh, we have to press up? Oh, it was Mary, but with a Y. Imagine being asked those questions. But, like, she just says Apricorn. Asked out loud. Oh my god. Okay, so they're talking about Rattatas getting caught on Route 46. That's nice. Pokemon Music Channel with DJ Ben. Today's Thursday, so let us jam to Pokemon March. Okay. Lucky Channel. Yeehaw! How y'all doing? Whether you're up or down way low, don't you miss the Lucky Number Show. This week's lucky number is 43034. I'll repeat that. This week's lucky number is 43034. Match it and go to Radio Tower. Yeehaw! Well, don't get a lot of channels on this thing. But anyway, we're almost at 2 hours, and that's way too long. So we're going to save the game and say thank you for watching. Stay safe and have a great day. And I encourage you to stop and smell the roses with me, maybe the azaleas, in Let's Play Pokemon Silver for Pokemon's 30th anniversary.